later. So, okay. You guys saw Evan's feedback.
Yes.
I mean, everybody saw it. So, based on his feedback, I went in and updated the page, or the pages. I got them out of they were originally set up with 2 columns. So I made them all 1-column pages. So, you know, we can see how that looks to him. Hopefully that'll fix the issue. I don't know if it's going to fix the issue or not, but you guys can go look at it. I can share the screen with you. I've got it up right now.
But I get what Evan, because you ask him this ahead of time, but he doesn't give you a clear answer until, you know, oh, change it now on my thing. That's to me, that's a lot of wasted time, which I don't have a lot of.
And that's, you know, I'm fortunate that I do have time to be able to do those things, and that's why I went in and did what I did.
I appreciate it, but on Evan's side, I asked him many questions before on something, you know, again, being busy, so it's easier to ask a question than to go over something like 35 times and try to figure it out yourself and be unsure.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, because, you know, like, it's, and he got kind of mad at me about bringing this up. It was like last weekend or something. He said, we need to Skype me. Like, well, isn't your job as an instructor to clarify issues that I'm having with an assignment so I don't have to, again, waste 2 hours going over something when you can just give me a simple answer? That's why I asked a question.
Yeah, he did that with me initially with getting the whole Visio thing or whatever set up.
Yeah, exactly what it was.
Yeah, I emailed him for help, and then he's like, "Oh, you know, to be honest, I don't know what to tell you." He's like, "As far as emails, this conversation is done." He's like, "If you want to Skype or phone call," I'm like, "Well, thanks, you're a big help." Like I was able to figure it out, but I'm like, he was kind of rude, and you know, to
Same
the
thing.
point.
Same assignment too.
Yeah. Like, whatever. It's like, okay, if that's how it's going to be, I know to figure it out on my own because it's not going to be much help.
Yeah, and then again, I did the same thing. I turned it in, and it still wouldn't explain what did I do wrong. How did I turn this in wrong? Because, well, you sent the whole Visio document. I wanted a JPEG.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, that was a pretty simple thing to ask, right? Because then you kept hounding. We need to Skype right now. We need to do this. And just answer a simple question.
Yeah.
You know, first,
oh, okay.
Yeah, it bothers me.
Okay.
Just for the fact that you have to go and do the work over when you could have answered the question in the first place.
And, you know, in this, I thought we had it well laid out, but apparently the view, I think,
Load the dishwasher.
2, I don't think he knew where to go to look for what we had, because I had the as-is part of it in there, but obviously it wasn't. So,
see, and that approach from him is wrong anyway, because any ERP you're going to use in real life is going to be different.
You know, but I don't necessarily always agree, and I was frustrated yesterday when I got the feedback, and I'm like, why is he not seeing that? Why can't he not see that? But then I figured, what the heck, you know, it's.
Well, does he want the links to pop right out and jump out like, here, push me, flashing light?
Well, I don't think the links is I just put a little explanation after them. Put in a couple of links and put in a little explanation after them, and that's what Google says, and that's how it affects what we're doing in this particular step. So, you guys, if you would take a look at what I did. All I did was I went to that video that he gave us, that he put out for the class, and I took those 3 steps that he said we had to do for this portion of it. Identify the business process, and priority of processes, and selecting a process. So if you guys could just look at that and see if that's what you guys interpreted as what we need to do now.
2 weeks ago.
And then, you know, once you get done, either you can let me know and I'll email him, or one of you guys can email him and let him know we're done. and tell him what we did. You know, tell him just to go in and look at it, let him know. Because I went in and I changed it from a two column to a single column, so there's no way that it can screw up on his page. I shouldn't say no way. There shouldn't be any way that he can, but
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I mean, it looks perfect. I don't know what he's complaining about.
It was good last week. Why doesn't he click
I
on
know, yeah.
on his browser? What does the school use on the machine? Still Windows 7?
well, no, he said he had Firefox, and I opened it up in Firefox today, and it looked fine. I don't know, and I'm set at 100%. I swear.
Last week we all looked at it. I looked at it in 3 different browsers.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's gonna solve his issue or not, but
it's going to be the next thing is going to be we'll check his compatibility, see his compatibility issues or how he's viewing it. Then you can click the button and then we'll go to the view where it's compatible.
yeah, the compatibility view. There's yeah. So that's in there for him to review. And I also went over for the next part, the defining and understanding the process portion. I watched that video, and it appears to me that all we have to have is the cross-functional flow chart and an explanation about the cross-functional flow chart. That's what I got out of the video that he's provided.
And I'm sure when we do that, he'll say something else. Oh, you did it wrong.
He does. Well, you know, I agree. I understand, and it's. I know it's frustrating. It's frustrating for me too, because like I said, I was wondering what was going on. But I went ahead and put that in there.
Did you just make that?
Read it out.
You know, then he wants the explanation of it below it, like in the
I would say put the explanation in front of it, above it, rather than below it.
because to me that's redundancy. That's why you have the chart with the.
Yeah. And again, I'm not arguing with you. That's what he's asking, what he mentioned in the video. So,
Well, it's not real life.
I agree. And I don't know. It's just I know it's frustrating for me, I think for all of us too, for that matter, in that aspect. So thing that I worked on last week because I had time thinking I was good to go with the compile the process and set up all that. I thought everything was good to go there, so I didn't work on that a whole lot. Worked on was I was able to get a really good survey going, and I say it's a good survey. We can add questions, we can do whatever we want to with it. But it was I used the Timba surveys.
Yeah.
And I found out why it wasn't working. For some reason, it says it's lightning ready. But when you have it in the lightning mode,
I checked that out after I saw your email.
It doesn't work. When you have it in lightning mode, it doesn't work. So I had to go back to classic mode. And so what happens is, let me find it here. Where I'm at here.
And then you reloaded it?
It's under here. If I switch to Salesforce Classic, okay, and then I go to Timba surveys, I'm just gonna go under here and go to the Timba surveys. So it allows me to edit the surveys. Okay, so if I select this CT Enter survey, you've got several options up here at the top left. Your overview, your design, your collect, and your analyze.
You click. How is it outputting the data though?
What do you mean?
On like the report, like remember last time, it would just show here's the thing instead of like the actual names and the numbers of the.
What it does is it gives you, when you go into analyze, you can actually go into individual surveys. I sent myself a couple of surveys. I sent one of the guys I work with one of the surveys. Well, I say it now. Okay. Okay. So you can go into recipients, and it tells you who it sent surveys to, and then you can go in and look at their responses.
So then, what about the reporting?
I'm confused. What do you mean?
Because you know what to be functional from what they have, so you have to, you can put out a report, print the report, because then it has the email addresses in there, who did the survey, and like the answers with the numbers.
Well, let's see what the Excel report says.
You can send that report goes to Excel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Because Excel you can.
I haven't seen what's in the report yet, so I don't know. It does a lot of the stuff that you're. So I gotta figure this out now. What it does here, I don't know. So there's the email. Let's see how it answers questions though. Oh, interested, not interested, interested. This is my current minor. Uninterested, interested. So here are the answers, and these are the questions, and these are the questions, and there's the answer.
Huh.
But now, okay, so we have, say, 50 students that reply to this, but you want to, you need to make reports, so you can enable editing, and then,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't messed with it yet, but I'm just saying it's.
Yeah, that output is good enough because it actually says what the answer is instead of just, on the previous version.
Yeah, at least it identifies you how they answered it. So.
Because I was trying to figure it out even on that other builder what was the other builder called for that survey?
Survey whatever it was, survey force or whatever.
Because I couldn't work on yours, but so I made my own like that. Same thing. I just copied what you had going on, but I couldn't make the equation this equals this. So I actually went into the sandbox mode to write code to make it print out.
And you know that stuff better than I do, so.
Well, I have a guy at work who's awesome at it, so I just ran my code by him, and he made a few changes. But that's the long way, because the app says it's plug and play. You don't need to have to learn.
Exactly. It's supposed to be plug and play.
But it wasn't working like that as for my output.
Right. So I'm sure we can filter this.
Yeah, because when you have a bunch of data in there, say 50 students, so you can take all the cells. Here's what we got for.
The only thing I don't like about it is this thing is it doesn't show it doesn't break it down into columns. It breaks it down into rows. So I mean that's so I would have to say copy that, move it over to the column, to make it work. Which I'm sure I could do quicker, but I'm just saying that's something we'll have to do.
I think that will still work like that though, because.
Well, you're the better with Salesforce and stuff than I am, so I'll leave that in somebody else's court.
Because you can just pick all the answers are odd numbers.
Well, that's true. You're right. I didn't look at that. Didn't notice that. Point. So have that. I'm not going to save it because we can pull it up again if we want. But to collect. So what I did was another thing I did was I went in and you can set it up any way you want it. I just have it set up. I changed the email template around a little bit, but you don't have to, it's the one that's in there already. I didn't use a customized email. I customized the email a little bit. We really wanted just to see what I could do with it.
So when you click add recipients, can you import email addresses from anywhere?
And if for contacts, I took our class listing from our site.
With their database, they'll be able to pull all the stuff off there. Yep, very good.
Imported everybody, and then obviously I didn't know it was working, so I put them in a couple of times. So
No, but did you manually put those in?
no. I imported them via CSV file.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can do that with you can import contacts via CSV file.
Thinking I could.
So, but that's an easy enough thing to do, is to import the contacts.
Yeah, because that'd be big because for functionality, so they can import it from their database of all students and send it out. If you're at that.
And that's what I'm saying. They can go.
Right.
So they can go to any of the modules in here. Like for instance, marketing. I think I have something in marketing just for this. They go to the contacts listing. So you can where it is to import it at, but it's definitely importable. But obviously I did it because they're there a couple of times. So I think everybody but Mike has access to mine, and I'm thinking we're probably going to get our own probably next week or so. You saw how the survey works. It's Timba surveys, so.
Yeah, I'll download that one tonight.
Right.
Pretty well. I mean, to practice with, if you guys want to download it and practice with it, but just remember, when you're actually setting up your survey, if you're doing a new survey, so you just title the survey, whatever you want to title it, and it creates your survey, email templates and additional data. So these are all drag and drop. You just grab it and put it into the little column section, and then you fill it out over here.
Okay, I got a question on this right here because I saw too on that other version of that, because on the checkboxes,
Yeah.
Can you filter? You can only check one, so it's like a Boolean, either yes or no.
Yeah, you can put as many questions or options as you need.
But okay, so for let's see, like a 1, 2, 3 checkbox, you can only one can be selected. Can you filter to adjust that?
So you have a matrix of choices, only one answer per row.
Okay, and that you can edit that, because I know the one I was working on, I couldn't get it to not only check one checkbox.
Matrix of choices, multiple answers per row.
Okay. Oh, that's the preset template they have?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got it when if you're looking at my screen, you can see it's rich.
Yeah, that's better than that one I was working with, because you had to actually go in there and do some business to try to make it only click one.
If you want to have a rating scale or pick list or whatever, it sets it all up. So it's a very easy way to do it.
Yeah, this is more user friendly than the other.
Very much so, and it was very frustrating because this is supposed to work with Salesforce with Lightning, but maybe there is an issue with it. So that's why I went to Classic, and as soon as I did, it popped right up, because I was dropping these puppies in left and right, and nothing was popping up.
Yeah, because last Tuesday I messed with this thing. I had my laptop with 2 monitors, and I had 3 different versions going on while I was in yours.
So yeah, I think the Timba surveys are going to be the way to go for us.
Yeah, because that's more user friendly, and you don't have to do a lot of really tweaking afterwards.
And you can just go in and delete them out. Got the ICT interest survey, so we're good to go with that one. So Again,
Let's say at least he's eating healthy.
I pulled the questions right out of the survey that they had. I only put 3 questions in there. With this one, you don't need their name and their email because you're already. My thought process for this whole thing is we're going to do contact management and the internal surveys, internal marketing process that they have. So we're going to be entering information from their site. We're going to be importing information with their name and their email, because that's really all we need. I mean, if they want to gather more information, they can, but name and email to send out the surveys, that's all we need, really.
But entering their name and email, like by the responses, is a quantifiable thing that they can be able to to respond to, instead of responding to people who aren't interested with email. They'll be able to respond, oh, you're interested, just by the results of the survey, so that their contact will be there, so they'll know who filled it out.
Exactly. So you can set up a filter in there for all that out. So for the survey and everything. So, but that's basically where we're at right now, and where we got to right now. And again,
I'll download it, Tim, but tonight after I write this quick paper.
Yeah, same here.
yeah, I got to work on my graduate paper or graduate portfolio tonight, because I've got a tight meeting with Dr. Anderson tomorrow afternoon, so that's what I'll be working on tonight. So
I can knock out a word paper in about 25 minutes.
yeah, I can normally knock out a paper pretty quick. This is all the portfolio you got to do at the end for.
Oh, put it all together.
Yeah, I got it all together, but he's sent out some. I finally got more information, and now that I've got the more information, I can tailor it to what he's looking for a little better.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be tailoring my site. I'll shoot it to you guys and let you look at it when I'm done. But
again, that's a drawback for school too, because again, they want it the way they want it, not like real world.
yeah,
I always keep.
it's a presentation. I get that, and they have however they want to present it. I've never really worked with a portfolio, so I don't.
It's a waste of time. You'll never touch it again when you're done.
Probably not. You're right. I mean, other than I did, who are you going to show it to?
Yeah.
Well, you have to have 2 people review it outside of the college.
A lot of job applications ask for portals for your website.
And you know what? I'll give it to them. I don't care. I'm kind of proud of what I've accomplished through this master's program. So.
Because I always catch myself all week long about just remembering that these classes are set up for someone who just came out of high school.
Yeah.
It's hard for us old guys.
It is. I guess isn't the way shit works in real life. Here's how real life works.
So yeah, Dennis, I know you're going for your master's, right?
Yep.
So once I'm done with everything, I'll share it with you so you can see kind of what they're looking for, at least right now. I don't know if that'll change by the time you're done, but you'll get an idea of how at least set it up, and I can tell you how well I did or didn't do.
Right.
Based on that. You have to have 2 people outside the school evaluate it. So I got my brother-in-law, who's a CEO of a company here in Kenosha, and then my immediate supervisor is going to look at it. So
Okay.
they'll both be gentle with me.
Yeah, have your reviewers do it that are like high up like that.
Yeah.
As somebody that owes you money, is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Find somebody that's a good idea. You don't owe me anything if you give me good reviews. Yeah.
Yeah. Use some leverage.
If you guys just want to look at the compile process inventory and select the process page and see what we need if we need to add anything, or add it if you want to add it, I'm fine with that too. And then like I say, even just let me know and I'll reach out to him. Or
How much time Evan actually has. He can't answer a simple question in email, but he can make videos all day long to send people as responses.
exactly.
That pisses me off. Every time I ask him a question, he answers with a question. It's like, look, fucker.
I'm like, I'm at 90 hours a week between work and schoolwork, and my time is so sparse.
Same here.
My caffeine addiction is pretty awesome now.
Your what?
My caffeine addiction.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
You are not alone.
Straight espresso.
Ooh, yeah, you're worse than me. I'm just a Mountain Dew fiend.
Oh no, espresso.
Isn't the online program supposed to be geared towards the working adult?
Yeah, it's totally not.
Yeah, I know. They seem to. Some of these classes are just piling it on. It's like, I have a job and I have a family.
I like the 2-week span though, because it gives you more time. But like the last
Time.
I was burnt out.
Yeah.
Just take ICT 605. They have a weekly meeting.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like I just transferred in. I